In the world of sports at the weekend, we'll talk about grassroots sports. We'll tell you what went down at Amobia concerning the Ubo-Giliga Unity Cup. We'll talk about the international football scouting program held at the Awka City Stadium. And then we'll talk about Solution Football Club of Anambra State. They feature in the second tier of Nigeria club football. And yesterday they got their first point on the road after they took on Giant Broilers out there at the UNEX Stadium, Enugu, and also interview segment to talk about football scouting and related stories behind that on the show. Now let's start with our first story. Our first story is about a Solution Football Club of Anambra State. Let's tell you that Solution FC on Sunday, the 7th of January 2024, secured their first point on the road against Enugu-based side Giant Broilers FC in the ongoing 2023-2024 Nigeria National League NNL Matchday 7 program. Uche Okabueza led technical crew made 3 changes to the side that saw off a Crown FC on Matchday 6 with Cosmas Oko, Solomon Obong, and Christopher Biawo making the starting 11 ahead of the Daniel Okpodi, head of Daniel Okpodi, Damian Wankwo and Charles Onwuchekwa respectively. And Chudi Onyeka gave the Solution boys a deserved lead in the 10th minute of the game with a trademark free kick from about 25 yards out in to the roof of the net beyond Broilers shotstopper Yusuf Rauf in that match. And the home side we are lucky to get a point from the game of a spot kick converted by Uche Amarachuku 5 minutes from time, with the Solution boys holding on to secure a well-deserved point on the road. And Solution FC will next face Ikorodu United at home on Sunday the 14th of January 2024 for match day 8. Moving on to the pictures that you're seeing on your screen. Ngene Village on Friday, 5th January 2024, a match as the champions of the Ubo-Giliga Challenge Cup. To achieve this feat, they saw off Umueze Village 5-4 on penalty shootouts after 90 minutes of regulation time, ended goalless in the grand finale of the competition played at the Central Primary School, Amobia. The annual Amobia Town Unity Cup competition, which is rechristened the Ubo-Giliga Challenge Cup, is being bankrolled by the Deputy Speaker and the member representing Awka South Constituency at the Anambra State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Chief Chukwuma Okoye. Ozom Ulobi, one of Amobia. Ngene Village will smile home with a grand prize of 400,000 naira, while Umueze will get 300,000 naira for their exploits, with Enwoji Village expected to go home with a sum of 200,000 naira after obliterating Ezimezi Village by 5-1 in the 3rd and 4th place. Playoffs are played earlier in the day. In the individual awards, it may interest you to know that Chinano Nwokoye of Umueze Village claimed that the gong of the best goalkeeper, while the highest goal scorer of the competition went to Sunday Ikedia of Ngene Village with 2 goals, and present during the finals to represent the sponsor, as well as decorating the players with medals and the winning trophy. We are the chairman at the Bebe Village, Mr. Emeka Nwora, and the Deputy President General of the town. I'm talking about Ambassador Rotarian Nnamdi Onwuzuligbo. And now time for us to talk about the international football scouting program held at the Awka City Stadium yesterday. It was an international scouting football program being bankrolled by Ambassador Ugochukwu Mora, who is fondly known as Nwata Yanachinya de Nama of Awka Kingdom. He's the benefactor of the International Football Scouting Program. That program was meant to unearth football talent and give them an opportunity and platform for them to play at the highest level of football, maybe in Europe, South America, and other places in the globe. And of course, I will talk about that on the show. Well, joining me on the show this morning, I have the benefactor of the international, the International Football Scouting Program, in the person of Ambassador Ugochukwu Mora, Nwata Chinya de Nama, in the house with me to talk about that. And I also have a UK-based FIFA licensed agent talking about Mr. Philip Mba in the house with me to talk about that scouting program held yesterday at the Awka City Stadium. Gentlemen, good morning to you. Thank you very much for being on the show. Thank you, Mr. Philip Mba, for also being on the show. First, let's start out with the benefactor in the person of Ambassador Ugochukwu Mora. Ambassador Ugochukwu may be a name ringing bells on the ear of people, but they may not know you fully. Now you ventured into sports. Can you tell us a little bit about you and also this international scouting football program that happened yesterday at the Awka City Stadium?
Oh, thank you so much. My name is Ambassador Ugochukwu. I'm from Awka, Anambra State.
Okay.
I'm a financial economist and I'm also a lawyer. I'm currently the president of Igbo Ambassadors United Kingdom, the biggest Igbo organization that has developed an economic blueprint that is meant to unravel and bring prosperity to southeast of Nigeria. I was also recently appointed as the chairman of Diaspora Investment Committee by Nigerians in Diaspora Organization. So this is Ambassador Ugochukwu.
Now, of course, with what you've said, your profile, it doesn't depict someone who is into football management and football administration. I guess this is about passion and interest.
Exactly. It's about passion and it's about the agenda of the ambassadors in the UK to bring prosperity in every sector of the southeastern economy. And the Southeast, the Good News Economic Blueprint is something we are planning to launch this year. So this is part of our community effort to make sure that we bring out talents within our community. Because I know when we were growing up, we had lots of people from our mates at the time. They played very good football, but they didn't get the opportunity to further their career. Yeah. So I have, Mr. Philip has been someone I've known for a long time, and it's someone that has been very successful in bringing players from Nigeria. And as I speak to you today, he has some players playing in West Ham and some other clubs in Europe. Yes, I can assure you that. So, and I said, let's do this for Anambra State. Let's do this for Awka people. Let's bring the youth together and give them opportunity to further their career. And that is what we did. So it's part of community development in the spirit of lifting up other people. So that's what we did today. Okay,
let me come to Mr. Philip Mba, a UK-based FIFA licensed agent. Yesterday was an historic fall, and not just Awka Dynasty, but Anambra as a whole, having such a program, international scouting program. How would you describe the players that turn out? Were they up to what you wanted as regards in performance levels, and maybe you think these players can be lifted from the doldrums and taken to the international level?
Yeah, definitely. From what I saw yesterday, there is so much talent. But that is normally common in the East. Anywhere you scout in the East, there's so much talent. And for what we saw in the Awka Township Stadium yesterday, I'm pretty sure, maybe one or two of the players will definitely be going to Europe this year. Two of them.
Okay, definitely. How many players turned up? Give us a view of how many that turned up and what the plans will be like for them in the future.
We have more than, we play 8 matches.
8 matches, okay.
Therefore, 8 times by 22. Then some other, 10 matches. Yeah, times by 22 each player. Therefore, but among them, at least we pick the best. From what I saw yesterday, as I said, why I say two will be the first batch. But from what I saw yesterday, there are some almost 10 players that have the potential to play football in Europe. Okay.
The 10 players that have potentials.
To play football in Europe.
Okay. As a scout now, it was a one-day scouting football program. In the back of my mind, I'm asking, is a day okay for you to look at and these players and maybe brush them up for what is being expected? Apart from the playing aspect also, there needs to be this psychological aspect of it and have to actually teach these players on what to expect and acclimatization, changing environment. I guess these ones will also be part of the program.
Yeah, surely. The first stage is to scout them with my scouting teams. Then after getting the players we want, then the next stage is preparation. The preparation may take 2, 3, 4 months, depending on when I want to take them out, to their own foundation, their program. Therefore, the next stage now, the players selected, like I said, that 10 players will be now going to the training camp. Okay. I have a training camp in Aba. They will stay in the training camp from now till I want the time to take them out to Europe. Therefore, from there, the coaching staff will work on them. Football is not about talent only. Yeah. You got a lot of things to do. Both your behavior, your attitude, everything matters. Therefore, during that time, they will be in the training camp. You'll be in the camp. They will, apart from the football talent, we have already said that on the pitch already. Now they have to monitor your attitude, monitor your behavior. Yeah. If you have what it takes, apart from football. Because in Europe now, one of the major problems generally for African players is attitude. They washed out a lot. That's why I put players in the training camp first, for them to be there a minimum of 3 months. There's no way you can hide the attitude for 3 months. There's no way. And then when they see, oh, this guy got the attitude, good one, and the talent is there as well, the next thing is just to process his documents and take him to professional clubs in Europe.
Okay. Let me come back to the benefactor, Ambassador Ugochukwu Mora. This is quite historic. I'm doing this for about the first time. Yeah. Is this going to be continuous, or is this going to just be one-off?
Definitely it's going to be continuous. And there was a question that he did ask about, was one day enough to know someone who has the talent? He will always say that 5 minutes is enough to know a player who is good. It's not just about you having the ball, but what you do, even while not having the ball, positioning and everything. So 5 minutes is enough to know a player who has the potentials to be further developed. Yeah. So what are we planning to do? This is not going to be a one-off. This is something that's going to be continuous. It has to go across the southeastern states of Nigeria, the Abia, the Imo, the Enugu, Ebonyi, and the Imo State. So we have to take it to our youth. It's time to unleash our potentials in every area. That is what we want to do. So
let's just say this is the inaugural edition. It starts in Awka, Anambra State, and then we'll expect the second phase also in Awka and spread down to other states in the Southeast geopolitical.
That is what we intend to do. We're also developing other areas like in talent hunt. People who speak Igbo language is something that is also common. So we're launching that one too through some actors and actresses from Igbo extraction. So Igbo Ambassador is about unleashing the economic potentials in every area of the Igbo economy.
Now let's talk about other aspects of this. Are there some level of partnership you brought into this? Now that you've made mention of some Igbo, maybe socio-cultural group being part of this and mainstreaming sports and also culture into this?
Yeah, definitely. Igbo Ambassadors will be part of the next program that will be coming to other states. The sponsorship will be coming from Igbo Ambassadors in the UK.
What are the challenges you faced at putting this up?
This guy here has been very wonderful. Trust me, he has all the contacts, all the connects regarding all the academies and everything. So there were not much challenges. He did most of the organization. Our job is to make sure that we bring oversight and bring the resources that made it possible to happen. And once some of the players that we selected yesterday, some of them will be sent to the training camp in Aba, where they will further be trained. And you know how it works. When they're in the training, that's when we make the videos of those players in action. And those videos will be sent to the various clubs in Europe. And they will choose themselves which of the players they want, and then they will send them off.
Okay, let me come back to Mr. Philip Mba. Mr. Philip, you've been in football management for years now. You have this geopolitical zone in the country. Let's just be fair and just be open-minded. From what you've seen in the scouting program, which of this geopolitical zone basically gives you what you want? Because there's always this feeling about, okay, I ain't actual defenders. We can get defenders, rugged defenders from the southeast zone. We are looking for wingers. We go to north central and northwest. Is that what it is like?
Not really, but in terms of talent, definitely the Southeast have natural talent. Born to play football, majority of them are from the Southeast. But, majority of them are based in Lagos. My scout is mainly in Lagos. Because of what they are doing, this is my first time coming to Southeast for scouting. I'm saying, like, practically they brought me down to, to do the stuff scouting in the Southeast. And the talent we are talking about, when you go by their names, majority of the players, you can see majority of them Igbo names, and they're based in Lagos. That's why I do scouting in Lagos, mainly. But in terms of the talent, you can see they are from the East, but majority of them based in Lagos. It's easier to scout in Lagos and Abuja than to come into Southeast to scout. But in terms of, if you go to North, there are talented players, East, West, everywhere there are talented players. Nigeria is mainly, football is our second religion. We know that, therefore, and the talent is all over.
Just finally, your last word, what would be your advice and message to these young and upcoming talents as regards making it in the football world?
Discipline is the first thing. Discipline is the first. That's why I say after scouting players, if I just, as he said, if I see a player for the 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I know what he can do. But the other side I won't know is the attitude, what is inside you. But that discipline dedication, you know, for you to achieve your aim. Because European clubs now wants to recommend players to them. The first thing they will ask is, how is the attitude? They don't talk, because they know you as an agent. You are recommending a very good player. But they know you cannot bring the standard down. They know the standard you are bringing to them. But the first question they will ask you, Philip, what about the attitude? Because honestly, African players, they are, I don't know, the attitude now is getting a little bit high. European clubs are very careful, because they know they are talented. But because of that talent, instead of you to focus on your talent to get you to the next level, the bad aspect of you will come in, and that's why I see some of them 2-3 years they terminate their contract. But if you have the good attitude, you will get to the pinnacle where you want, because they will definitely help you to get there.
Okay, I'd like to get the last message from Ambassador Ugochukwu Umohora, who's the benefactor of the International Football Scouting Program. Your final message to Ndioka and by extension the Anambra State.
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank all the players that turned out yesterday to participate in the scouting program. This is something I want to promise that will continue, so we can get more talent taken to the next level. I would also want to speak to the government to do more in improving sporting facilities across the state. The Oka Township Stadium is not really what it should be, and I want to urge the present government of Professor Soludo to do something in that area. I also want to see a situation whereby if two local governments are together in terms of proximity and distance, they should have a sporting facility there so people can go there and train. Sports is a billions of dollars industry, and government should make sure that they invest. And now that we're having youth restiveness, sports is another area where you can get them engaged, and then we can move the society forward.
All right, Ambassador Ugochukwu Umohora, Nwata Yana Chinya Dinama of Oka Kingdom, the benefactor of the International Football Scouting Program. Thank you so much for being here on a very short notice.
Thank you so much.
I would like to also thank Mr. Philip Mba, the UK-based FIFA licensed agent. I have to extend my hand to you. Thank you so much for being here. And we hope to have you again, once again, to be here to talk about football in the States and beyond. And that's about it for Sports Splash for the Monday edition. It's an abridged version of the show, and of course the show will make a return tomorrow, and of course for the rest of the week for other episodes. My name is Ike Mokede. Have a lovely week and keep on sporting. Bye bye now.